Hi, Elderly Brothers fans. This is episode what?
48.
48, and it's March 26, 2026. So in 50 years, it'll still be 2026 on the internet. I'm Artie, and I'm in Florida, and I'm elderly. I'm 90. I hate to say 90.
Okay, don't say it.
Okay.
I am Larry. I'm in New York. I'm only 80. Three.
So we got 173 years of experience. If you count all the years, I mean, maybe if you take off the first 5 years, which we don't know anything about, it will be 168 years between us.
168 years of semi-consciousness.
Yeah, semi really. A lot of it is semi. And today
Um,
we have some interesting topics, I believe. You've got them, Lair.
yeah, I do. And we sort of focusing a little bit on, well, let's start with Krispy Kremes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not an elderly topic necessarily.
Krispy Kremes, for those who don't have a Krispy Kreme donut place in their area, are terrific donuts. Uh, they they are just the plain glazed is all I ever get, and it's plenty good.
Because
You
they're
can
the
eat you
best.
can huh?
They're the best.
You can eat about 100 of them, but you can't afford 100 of them.
And you,
How did that come up anyway?
I don't know. We were just having one of our usual conversations. Um, and they used to be, what'd you say, 45 cents
I think they were 25 and now they're like a dollar 25 or maybe more.
in a what, 15-year period?
I guess I haven't bought them for a while. I should remedy that. Maybe I'll
Pro-
do that today.
So probably in 2076, they'll be about $8 or $9 a piece.
Yeah, they're a cheeseburger will be $500.
But so the other thing about them that we did discuss is that you can when you buy them, if you buy them when they're hot, they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
If they cool off, you can put them in a microwave oven if you all still have those for about 8 seconds, and they're just like new, just
You know,
like
when you go in one of the shops, they have this conveyor that's got these uncooked donuts. You see them go in to the cooker and it comes out and they get glazed and you can watch them happen.
and
And
then
you want to reach through the glass and grab them.
and then you want to just dump them right into your mouth.
Absolutely.
So, and that also led to other favorites. One of mine being cinnamon rolls off the street in New York City, which also react in the same way. If you put them in the microwave for 8 seconds, they're like new. They're like just came out of the oven and delicious.
Well, I haven't had one of those for a long time, but they sound good.
And they also, they roll them in a spiral. So
Yeah.
I know that when I eat them from the outside in.
Yeah.
Don't
I
you?
used to eat them from the inside out.
Really, the best
Because
part first?
that inside hunk is the best in the whole roll.
Yeah, but I saved that for the last.
Well, I eat it first.
Well, so
All
that's
right.
an important character trait
Yeah, I guess. I
of some
guess.
sort. So when you have a meal, you do the same thing. You say you eat the best bite first.
No, never thought about it.
Well,
Because if you're eating a meal, you don't know what the best bite is.
but you can kind of anticipate it. But so I want you to track that so we can discuss it in the future to see it. I think it's a basic character trait.
It may be, I'll check it out. You know, if I'm having spaghetti and meatballs or something, I will cut the meatball first before I eat any spaghetti.
Will you eat and then but you'll cut it and then eat it as well, or just cut it
I'll eat some of that first before I use it with spaghetti. Yeah.
just to check it out? Well, because meatballs probably have the biggest variation of,
Yeah, I suppose.
'cause spaghetti's sort of spaghetti no matter what.
Yeah, it is. Unless it's fresh. If you get it fresh, it is different. You can taste the
Oh
difference.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. So I think we beat that to death already. Um, Going back to some elderly topics, and this now, so in 2076, 50 years from now, elderly probably won't start until you're 80.
Yeah, could well be. Could well be.
People will be living to 120,
Yeah. People
probably.
be so many people alive that there won't be room for them.
Well, yeah, it depends on
Be spreading all over the desert by then.
the birth rate. So in any case, balance problems probably won't come into play until you're 90 or
Yeah,
so.
could well be. But they're in play for me for sure.
Well, I have those occasional issues. Dorcas has said that she has friends in their 60s who are having those issues.
Well,
So
I don't know if that makes me feel good or bad. I don't either way.
yeah, it'd probably make you feel good.
Well, no, not really, because it doesn't do anything for me.
Well, you got elderly onset
Yeah.
imbalance.
Well, elderly is, it's like 3 years. It's been 3 years since I've started having problems, which uh, I think is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure that, well, not sure, but I would imagine that in 2076 that you got those earbuds,
Yeah,
they'll probably be able to just put something in your ear that'll fix your balance. You don't have to worry about it.
that could be, or uh, just you just balance your balance will be okay because you're living so long, uh, and you maybe bypass the balance problems.
It won't go bad on you.
Yeah,
One of my friends from college is told me, he says, what you got to do is make sure you pick up your feet. He said all his friends are falling down.
yeah, you got to pick up your feet because even the smallest crack will make you go on your face.
Yeah, which is not a good thing. Seems to be a really bad thing for
You
old people.
have to think about it though. Sometimes I just drag along and I have to think, okay, and I sort of march after that.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So post-balance marching is something we got to work on. Um, Also, I'm going to skip over to baseball because baseball just started yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, first game.
So one piece I read in the newspaper was the newspaper being my phone was that baseball attendance is larger than all other professional sports combined.
Well, there's so many games. I mean, that's part of it. They play 162 games.
Really?
So,
That many?
yeah.
Wow.
So, and it goes from now, which is the end of March, through October, just about. So they're playing 162 games. That gives even the worst teams a long time to accumulate attendance.
Yeah. So I think a baseball will still be around.
Yeah, but it's strange. I don't think doesn't seem like they would have the most attendance, but football gets 80,000, 100,000, baseball doesn't.
Yeah, but what is football's, how many in the season?
Well, about 14.
Yeah. So they don't get as many chances.
But there's 82 hockey games and there's 82 basketball games, professional games. So that's 164 games. which is about the same as the baseball season.
Yeah, but you can't, stadiums, is it a stadium or arena?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
A
whatever,
stadium or an arena.
whatever. Baseball, I guess, is still popular.
Yeah, so and I guess an arena is inside and a stadium's outside.
20 maybe
20 what?
thousand.
People
Yeah,
in an arena.
yeah. Not hockey players.
So the other thing about baseball is this, I guess, is the first year they've got a robotic umpire.
Yeah,
Did you read about that?
I read about it. But it doesn't really call balls and strikes. I mean, there's still an umpire there that does that, but they can challenge. They get two challenges, I think, uh, to determine whether the ball or was a ball or a strike after the
I,
umpire has called it.
I
Uh,
thought, yeah, go ahead.
which is and if they get it right, they get their challenge back. So if they challenge 50 times and get it right 50 times, then they can do that.
Keep
But
doing it. Yeah.
but two challenges, and if they're wrong, they lose their challenge. So uh, it's I don't know. One of these days, or one of these years, one of these seasons, they won't have real umpires there.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I don't know about that, but I thought it also interesting that they define the strike zone is 17 inches wide, I think 23 inches above. Well, it changes for if you got a big person,
Yeah, it changes for the size of the batter.
gets taller, that it's 27 point something percent above the ground of the person's height, up to 53.1% of the person's height.
So shorter players have an advantage, I think.
Well, they got a smaller strike zone, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
I didn't know that, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense, but it kind of does.
Well, yeah, it's fair, I guess.
Well, it's subjective. The umpire is a subjective guy
That's true.
or gal. I think there's some women.
That I think there are at this point. There'll be, I'm sure there's going to be more.
Yeah, there should be.
At least that's what we think.
Yeah.
So then, do you have any other thoughts about baseball?
No, I don't.
That's enough. I had written down another thing about writing. I'm only 83 and I can't write
Oh,
much
you
at
mean
all.
physically writing?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't write at all anymore, and I can barely print. If I take notes about something and look at them 2 minutes later, I don't know what the hell it says.
So then I told you what's happened to me. If I'm writing a lot, or I never write a lot, but if I'm printing, which is all I ever do, um, I my hand shakes at the beginning, and then if I practice a while and I really concentrate and I make each letter at a time, I can do it like I used to.
Really.
Yeah.
So, but it takes forever, right?
Well, when I get warmed up, I'm pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, I don't have that problem. My hand doesn't shake, but it just doesn't write.
So
Well,
yeah, and then script, what do you call it?
cursive.
Cursive. I'm over that totally. Well, I never did much of that anyway.
Yeah, well, I did because I took a lot of notes, and you got to take them fast. Can't print them. Uh,
Yeah, I suppose.
so uh, I uh, uh, I did. I used to write a lot, and I could read it too. But
Yeah.
I've seen it. I was a reporter. People don't probably know that for a newspaper when the newspapers existed. They were they were paper, pretty big pieces of paper with they printed in a big press and there were words and pictures on it. And it called a newspaper. Anyway, people worked for them and they had to go out and write stories to fill those big sheets of paper. And when you went out to do that, you had to write notes, and you had a notebook and pens, and you scribbled notes down. And I've seen some people's notes that were totally unreadable. I don't know how they ever translated them.
They also have special notebooks, right, for
Yeah, it's
reporters,
a little slim book about that big, well, about as big as your hand, I guess.
but
It's
taller.
longer
Yeah.
than your hand, but it's about that wide.
And a spiral binding at the top.
Spiral, which is metal uh, binding, and probably about 50 sheets of paper, lined paper.
Yeah, with lines. So one of the other things about writing was I remember, and I think you remember too, that our mother had beautiful cursive writing.
Yeah, she did. Dad did too, though.
Yeah, I don't remember his as much as
He did.
hers,
Yeah, he did. I recall that.
but I also remember. I think you learn. I think they're bringing it back in the schools, cursive, but I think they taught that in the fourth or fifth grade when you're like 10 years old, roughly, and my memory, and I think Dorcas too. I so you practiced the letters, and you had these charts all over the wall that showed you each perfect letter. And there's a name for that script. I've forgotten what it is, but
Cursive.
yeah, but there's different styles of that too.
Oh, it could be.
But I remember I was doing it really nicely with my right hand. So I thought, well, I'm going to try it with my left hand. I'm learning with my other hand as well. And the teacher came and told me not to do that.
Yeah, I tried that too. And I could do it, but it took forever.
Yeah,
And
but if they let you practice, you could have gotten
yeah, probably so.
as
Uh, there were such things as capital letters and small letters. Capital letters were things like the names of people started with a capital letter, which was a bigger letter than the other letters, and they were a different shape. I mean, they were you can't explain what shape they were, but they had a lot of spirals and things in them.
yeah. Well, I
Not
also
spirals, circles.
yeah, I think I taught calligraphy
Yeah, tell them
for,
what calligraphy is.
for a while I was a teacher. That's basically, I guess you'd call it artistic penmanship. And it's a situation where if you make an eight, for example, if you draw an eight, it's four strokes because you have the top, there's eights are still eights, I'm sure. So the top is like a circle and the bottom, but with the pen, you have a pen that's got a wedge shape. So when you move it, if you hold the pen straight and you move it like this, you're going to get fat and thin. And it makes, if you get good at it, it's really beautiful like they used to do
Yeah,
it.
it's great. It's very attractive.
So
Uh,
I don't know if maybe that'll be a big deal. And
but it's sort of an art form, I would say.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And it was fun. And that's when I could write. So I've run out of topics here. Yep, I've gone through all my topics.
The Olympics
Topics.
topics. Oh, yeah.
Someday we'll talk about hearing.
Yeah, yeah, or translating, I think it is. Yeah,
So, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. We've been talking for like 25 minutes already.
yeah, that's probably enough. And because we filled the time pretty much with interesting information, that will
Definitely,
be will be interesting in 20 years or 10 years probably because newspapers won't exist anymore
You think
and
they'll be
they'll be
gone?
online. Everything will be online, everything.
Wow. You
And
sure?
you'll wear glasses that give you the news and all that stuff. You won't have to do anything. You won't ever have to write anything.
But so I would like for anybody who sees this to let me know what happened.
Yeah.
Because there'll
Well,
probably be a way to do that too,
I'm sure. I'm sure there'll be a lot of technical advances that we can't even conceive.
which would really be that'd be fun to know about.
Yeah, it would be great fun.
So I'm worn out.
Okay, I'm exhausted. All right, I
Well,
love you, my brother.
I love you, my brother. Be sure to tune in to the Elder Brother
Elderly Brothers dash US on YouTube
at
at
Elderly Brother.
Elderly Brothers.
And so that's it for today.
You're charged. You people who are watching are charged with watching.
Watching and informing us because you will
Yeah,
be able to.
and subscribing.
Yes, do that.
Okay.
Bye now.
All right. Bye.
Uh,